Now with our GMA cover story, the White House opening its doors to the public like never before. A new tour is providing an interactive educational experience. And 2020 co-anchor Deborah Roberts got a sneak peek from the First Lady herself. Good morning to you, Deborah.
Good morning, Robin. After 4 decades of teaching, this could well be Dr. Jill Biden's legacy, educating us about the White House, which many of us know very little about its history, like it didn't have running water or electricity at one point, or that it was called the President's Palace at one time. They're historical details that, as of today, will be the focus of a modern new tour of the White House with the help of the History Channel and the National Park Service. What does it feel like to finally see it unveiled?
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to me.
Each week, more than 10,000 tourists stroll the gleaming historic halls of the White House. But for the first time in decades, the tour is getting a revamp, championed by First Lady Dr. Jill Biden.
I walk these halls every day, and I thought to myself, you know, we need something that's more vibrant and comes alive.
And as an educator, is the interactive part important to you?
Absolutely. So, you know, I've been a teacher for 40 years, and you're interested in education. So you know that people learn 3 different ways. You know, they're visual learners, auditory learners, or tactile learners. So we've tried to address that all throughout the tour.
The President and I welcome you to experience your house.
Now visitors get a personal digital greeting from the First Lady and displays that are loaded with history of the People's House.
This is a 3D rendering, and this changes every couple of seconds so that you can see all the renovations and it lights up. So for instance, you may not have known that the White House didn't always have water.
I did not know that.
Yeah, or electricity. So this tells you each thing, when it was added, who added it, the timeline, and it makes it much more interesting.
The tour now inviting you to touch, even step into many of the ornate rooms.
So normally this is how people see the tour, where they get up to the rope and they kind of look and peer inside. But now they're going to be able to come in and walk into the room.
Experience the China room.
So they can see all the different collections, and then they can come over here and they can learn about all the collections that are in here. So this is the room I added to the tour. It's a diplomatic room.
For the first time, the diplomatic reception room, the backdrop of FDR's famous fireside chats, is open for viewing.
So you can hear his voice, you can hear one of the chats, you can see where they sat.
To have had this perch, and now in just another few months, this will end. How tough is it going to be to walk away from all of this?
Well, you know, I've had such a great 4 years, and Joe and I mean, really, it has been the honor of our lives. And so it'll be tough to maybe step away from it, but we're starting a new chapter of our lives, a new journey.
The notion that maybe he might have gone for re-election, do you regret it, that you won't have yet another chance to be here for another 4 years?
We've been in politics over 50 years. I think we're ready for the new journey.
Was it the right call?
It was the right call, yes.
What legacy do you want to leave here as First Lady?
Well, I think what we just talked about, Deborah. You know, education has been my life's work. It's important to me that people learn about the White House, about the presidency, learn about our government and our democracy and how blessed we are to live in America.
Jill Biden seems to be picking up where Jackie Kennedy left off back in the 60s, bringing this modern touch to the White House, in this case with all those digital displays that you saw. She even moved portraits of recent First Ladies to more prominent places in the East Wing so that people can see them. She wants visitors to get a feel for this White House by touching the replicas, as she mentioned, with John Adams actually writing a note to his wife, Abigail. The idea is for visitors to feel comfortable in the People's House. They don't want you, Robin, sitting on the sofas and the chairs and all of that, but to come in and see and touch and feel.
Why you gotta call me out like that, Dad?
Sort of comfortable.
Appreciate you as always.